Hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So I am Lynn Huber. Thanks for being here with me today. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay. So today I want to talk about how to sell yourself without making it weird. So you know what? I mean, I know a lot of people feel a little sleazy about constantly trying to, how do I sell products to my products to my friends and family, right? And you don't want to say, here I am, come buy from me. That is kind of sleazy, really. But if you have something, though, that people need, a service or a product, like for me, it's Avon. Well, I even have the service in helping other people become representatives and to earn income from home. But if you have a service or a product, you're doing them a disservice by not sharing it with them. And that's really important to remember. You don't want to keep it a secret if you've got something. So whether promoting yourself makes you feel uncomfortable or not at all, there are ways to do it more effectively so that you don't turn people off, right? So I've been thinking about this a lot lately because I've been, having some issues with Facebook, and I've been thinking about different ways to market myself on Facebook. And so this is kind of what I came up with. I've done a little bit of research, and this is kind of what I came up with. But really, bottom line is, it's not so much promoting your stuff that's going to create the connection. It's making that connection. It's being real, and it's being you. And so let's talk about some ways to do that, okay? So first off, share a story. In my Avon business, I've been in Avon for 18 years, and I've learned this over and over and over again. Facts tell, stories sell. People really don't want the facts. I mean, obviously, if they're allergic to an ingredient, they need to know if it's in there, right? But really, if you get right down to it, people don't want to know what all the ingredients are in a product. Even in food, they don't really want to know. I mean, if they want to know, they'll read it themselves. They don't want you to tell them, because you start going into details and you start telling them all the ingredients and how it was created and all of that, their eyes are going to glaze over. That's not really what they want to know. What they really want to know is, does it work, and will it work for me? And the best way to do that is with stories. So, tell a story. So back in my days, when I was in California selling Avon, I had a girl named Betty on my team. She had like gastric bypass surgery and had lost like 150 pounds. And so her skin was more wrinkled and kind of saggy, right? Because she'd lost so much weight. And so she used to tell this story all the time, and I would tell her story because it was a great story talking about this particular product. So it was called the Clinical Deep Line Eraser, and it came in a little dropper, and you just drop it and rub it into where the lines are. And she would tell the story about how she would never leave the house until she sat on the floor in front of, she had a sliding glass door on her closet, which was a mirror. And she sat on the floor in front of that mirror, and she put that clinical line eraser on her wrinkles right here. And she would sit there and she'd stare at the mirror until they plopped, until literally she could see them plump out. And it was amazing the way she told the story. But that story all by itself sold her tons and tons and tons of this clinical deep line corrector, right? Because it's telling the story about what did it do for you. And, then your customers are like, well, maybe that will work for me. And telling that story, isn't that much better than saying, hey, I have this new product, come buy it? In fact, when you tell a story like that, if you tell a story like, oh, I'm so excited, I just tried this new product from Avon, look at what it did for me. Look at how it helped me, whatever it is. And then you don't have to necessarily ask for the sale. It's not buy it from me. It's I'm making a connection with you. I'm telling you what I'm experiencing. And you'd be surprised at how many people will buy from you just because of that, because they don't feel pressured. So, the point is to share your story generously without expectations, and you might be surprised at the results you'll get. Another one, be of service. Always work to be of service, especially online. So that's probably the best promotional strategy that I know, really. And so it can have some amazing effects. You don't even know. I mean, people come to you out of the woodwork because you did something nice for somebody else, and they told somebody about it, and they told somebody about it, and then all of a sudden you've got a new person buying your product, or you have a new recruit or whatever. It's just amazing. And so, it's everybody that it's like it reaches out, it goes out. And so it's not just your potential clients that you're going to get, it's the connections that you're going to make, and it's the people that you help that will ultimately refer you. And referrals are like the best thing you can get, right? So find ways of being service. Instead of spending hours scrolling through social media, do it intentionally. Ask yourself, how can I be of service online today? Look for someone who needs help with something. Maybe you have an answer. Maybe your product can answer a problem that somebody's having, or maybe you have knowledge that can answer a problem that somebody's having, or maybe you could just make somebody feel good. How's that? Just make somebody feel good because they're saying something on social media that you can respond to. So here's some ways. Here's some ideas about how, for me, that have worked. I use my experience, and I'll give words of encouragement. I'll say things to people. Sometimes I will see people will ask a question, or they'll be struggling, especially Avon reps that are in maybe some of the other groups. They'll be struggling, and maybe I have a blog post that I wrote. I do a lot of training for Avon reps, and maybe I've written a blog post that actually will help them. And so I'll give them a link to that. And my training blog is not a sales tool. There's nowhere on there does it say join my team. Nowhere on it does it say buy from me. It's training for Avon reps. And so I can feel good about giving a link to that blog post if someone is struggling with that topic that I wrote about, right? So I do that. And sometimes I'll help people if they're really struggling, and I might not even know them. I might just be Facebook friends. But if somebody's struggling with, their Facebook page or something that maybe I know something about, I'll reach out and offer them some advice or some help with it, or something to help make it easier for them. Another thing I do is I give free Pick Single memberships. Pick Single is a greeting card company that I use as a service for my Avon business. And it's an online card company where you can create the card online, or they have stock cards, but you can put pictures in, you can customize them, you can make them as great as you want. They print them, they put them in an envelope, stamp them, and mail them for you. And so I have these wholesale memberships that I'm able to get. They're like $220 value, because basically you're paying, it's a monthly fee to have this wholesale membership, but I've got these accounts that are paid up for a complete year. And then because you have that account, you get to send a greeting card for 89 cents. So I'm not really getting anything out of it other than it's a great tool, and I love to share great tools. And so if I have the ability to gift one of those memberships to somebody, I'm going to do it. I mean, obviously, I would hope that it would be something they're going to use rather than it just being wasted, because it's not like I have an unlimited supply, right? But I mean, they can send a card for as low as 89 cents with this wholesale membership. So it's a pretty good deal for someone who is going to want to send cards anyway. Again, not trying to sell anything. I'm giving it to them for free. So, I mean, I just do what I can every day. I'm trying to look at the time. Sorry about that. I do what I can every day, just kind of scroll through my news feed. Who needs help? What can I help them with? It is amazing what you can do, or the point, though, is no exceptions, no expectations. Sorry. You are giving to give, right? You're paying it forward. You're giving to give. You don't expect anything in return. And that is going to come back to you tremendously. And then take the conversation into a private message. If you're actually trying to help somebody online, you don't want to go into too much detail. So take it into a private message where you can be more helpful to them. And seriously, I really believe the more you give, the more you'll receive. That's just how the universe works. You can't outgive the universe. The more you put out there, the more it's going to come back to you. That's just how it is. And in clients, referrals, and, even general happiness, I promise it's going to come back to you. Another thing you can do is ask for feedback without necessarily linking to your stuff. So if you sell makeup, seriously, you could say, hey, check out this new product, and you can do a demo. You can do things, show people what it is, or you can ask, which color do you think looks better on me? Or you could ask people how they use certain types of products and get different ideas and things like that. And so just be open, and you're getting out there. People are getting to know you. And again, you're not so much saying, buy my stuff. Another thing I do is I do these videos, and they have been amazing for me. I do sell things sometimes on my videos. I do promote new products. I do promote selling Avon, but not every day. I do a video every day, and I don't promote myself every day. I try to talk about things that are helpful, things that I've learned. And if you're watching this, obviously you know what I'm doing, but it's been so incredibly helpful for me. I can't even believe the exposure I've gotten out of it. I made a commitment to do this every day, and I'm keeping my commitment, and it's coming back to me tenfold. So that's another thought. Do lives, do Facebook lives, and be real and let people know who you are. So the point is, you're going to grow your tribe best by stepping back from the idea of having to promote yourself and simply putting yourself out there and being genuine. Instead of buy my stuff, it's get out there, be helpful, be genuine, let people get to know you. And you have to be out there, though. I mean, you're not going to sell anything. Your business isn't going to grow if you're on the sidelines and you're hiding behind your computer. That's not going to happen. You do have to get out there. You have to promote yourself because you have to be public. People have to see you. But just get rid of the word promote maybe and just think about be of service. Get out there, be of service, share your story, ask for referrals, and do it more often. And that's what's going to help you grow your business, no matter what business you're in, whether it's Avon, whether it's any other direct sales, whether you have your own freelance company. Just get out there, be of service, share your story, and it'll come. Anyway, I think this has gone longer than I wanted it to. Thank you guys for being here with me today. Hey, get below and tell me what you do. How can you promote yourself? Give me some ideas of what you do. I would love to hear them. Anyway, talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.